Hi, I'm Chef Lynn. Welcome to the Flavor Secrets Kitchen. I'm really pleased today to welcome David Blakesly from Fifth Tavern.
Hi.
So glad you could be here today. Tell us a little bit about Fifth Tavern. Where is it and what's your philosophy there?
Fifth Tavern's in Bloomfield Hills. It's just on the corner of Square Lake and Telegraph.
Okay.
A little bit down, but it's the old Mountain Jacks building that sat empty for so long.
Okay, kind of straight across from Costco?
Yes. So beautiful building. They did a great job reopening it. And our food philosophy is basically a local eatery without being overly pretentious. You know, the gastropub scenes are blowing up, but we didn't want to go there. We just want somewhere where a party of 8 can go in. Everybody's going to find something on the menu they like.
Great, and here's the menu. And this is not food and drinks, this is all food. It's a huge menu, and I have to say it's really reasonably priced, which is one thing I just love about this place, because I am always looking for a place I can go often and be able to afford it. So you're looking to attract people who are working in the area and really doing a great job of keeping the pricing very, very well, doing a very good job with the pricing. So what will you make for us today?
Well, today I'm making a nori, which is Japanese seaweed, the wrap that you have on sushi.
Okay.
Black and white sesame seared ahi tuna.
Yum.
We're more than just burgers and fries and onion rings, so that's why I wanted to showcase this.
So this is a dish that you do make at the restaurant?
Yes, we do this in appetizer form and also in an entree form.
Okay.
The entree form is going to come with a coconut jasmine rice. I didn't bring that here, but this one here is perfect, and it's easy to do at home too.
Great.
You just grab the ingredients and go for it. So.
Although that looks like pretty special tuna. Tell me about that.
It is, but it isn't. You can actually get this at a Japanese supply store. There's a few of them around here, but you can also get any tuna will work.
One World Market I'm thinking of in Novi. Is it Novi? Yeah.
Yes. That's a great place. I love that place.
Me too.
But you can get it also, Meyer actually carries ahi. This is a saku block. So
is it sushi grade?
It is
though?
sushi
Myers
grade.
carries it sushi grade tuna.
Yeah. And it comes frozen, but that's the good thing about it, because when you serve raw tuna, you need to freeze it just to, that helps kill off anything that might be in it, but it's
parasites or anything, just in case. Right, okay.
Right.
So is all sushi grade tuna frozen?
It is. At one point, you know, it has to be by law. So
okay.
It's a little
so you can trust it?
Yes.
You can eat it raw. Okay.
Yes, you can.
Great.
I could eat that just like that. The markets come down a lot also on the ahi tuna, because America consumes the most ahi tuna in the world.
Seriously, not Japan?
No, surprisingly. So a couple years ago, the market skyrocketed because Japan took it as a national insult that they didn't get the first catch of the ahi tuna. So they just bid on whatever the price was, no matter what. And there was a certain gentleman that ended up taking a $9 a pound tuna and skyrocketing it up to $21 a pound.
Oh my gosh.
Just out of pride.
Wow.
So it's come down since then.
So what would you expect to pay for a block of tuna like that?
For this one, right now it's running about $9 a pound, $9 to $11 a pound.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make the crust for it, which is, like I said, the nori, Japanese seaweed. You can get this at Meyer also.
Is that really good for you?
It is. It's very healthy. It's an edible seaweed, so it has a very distinct flavor. But
usually that's not good if you say distinct flavor.
Yeah.
But I like it too. I mean,
I
most everyone has tried sushi, and it's going to be similar to that.
Right.
So.
I can eat that stuff by myself.
Really?
So it comes in a little pack. Now if you just take it like this, put the rice in it, and roll it, that's what you're going to get your traditional sushi. We kind of did a little deconstructed sushi roll.
Okay.
That's what this. So you're going to take the nori, just kind of rip it up.
First we deconstruct the nori.
Just crumble it up. You can also do this in a food processor. You know, you do it in a blender if you wanted, or if you just want to get your frustrations out, you can just do it like that.
I'll do it like that.
Yeah. So what you look for is very small, fine pieces.
Okay.
And then as you're going, you're going to get that nice seaweed smell. I don't know if you get that over there. All right, so once it's starting to get small, then you take your black and white sesame seeds.
Okay.
All right.
So you've got them nicely divided there.
Yep. And just put those right in, and you mix it up. And then
yummy.
For Still not getting it as small. But for TV purposes, I'm going to go ahead and show what we've done already. Very fine, small nori in there.
Oh, I see. I see what you.
Yeah.
So instead of this one, this is finished.
This is finished.
Crumpled up even more, and
Yes.
so it almost looks like simply sesame seeds. In fact, I thought it was. I didn't realize you had the seaweed in there.
Yep, seaweed's in there. Black and white. You don't want to.
Beautiful.
When you grind the nori, you want to. If you do that in a food processor, you want to do just the nori. If you throw your sesame seeds in, it'll just beat your sesame seeds up, and you won't get that nice
paste.
sear. Yeah. So we didn't add any salt or pepper to this. This is a very healthy dish, very good for you. So basically, you just have your black and white sesame seeds, your very fine ground up nori in there, and then you just take your tuna right in there. No oil, no salt, no pepper.
Is the tuna wet?
Tuna's naturally wet.
Okay. Oh, beautiful.
Make sure you evenly coat it and there's no clumps on it. Okay, so put it evenly on.
Did you do the ends also, or no?
Leave the ends open.
Okay.
Trim there.
I've got a wet towel there for you too, if you want to wipe your fingers off.
Yes, please.
Right here.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay. So once that's done.
Now this is amazing to me that there's no oil used in this dish. Nope. I can't believe it. I kept saying, "You sure you don't need oil?"
Yeah. The sesame seeds themselves, they have that sesame oil in it.
Oh,
so they're going to release as you're heating them up.
Great.
So it's almost like you're toasting them, as you're cooking it, and that's what makes it so healthy. But it also sears it on. If you put oil in the pan, it could actually take the sesame seeds right off of the tuna.
Right.
You don't want to do that.
Now, would you normally use a nonstick pan?
We do it on a big flat top at work, but for home you can do a nonstick pan.
Okay.
It works out great.
Flat top meaning like a grill?
Yeah, griddle.
Okay.
So yeah, it's getting.
Okay, so he's just trying to gauge how hot the pan is by the heat that's coming up from the pan.
You want your pan to be nice, not smoking hot, but hot enough to where when you put it in, it's going to sear.
Okay.
And not so much just sizzle. Okay, so then you take your tuna.
So that didn't take long. And you hear a nice little sizzling sound there. And about how long would I expect this to cook?
You're probably going to do, it depends on how you like your tuna cooked. If you like it really rare, you're probably only going to do about 20 seconds on each side. Seared rare, like a nice sear, you're probably looking at more 40 seconds.
Okay.
And if you like it all the way cooked, you shouldn't do it.
You shouldn't do it, right? I agree with you.
Yes.
Forget it.
Tuna's
Not your dish.
No, tuna, anything over medium rare on tuna, is just eat it out of a can.
Okay.
So.
All right. So you're going to turn this over then? And so the white sesame seeds are turning a little bit brown. Okay. You want to start the slaw to go with that?
Yes, absolutely.
While that's cooking?
All right, so what we have here is we have a kale superfood slaw.
That looks like the most delicious greens I've ever seen in my life.
This is Tuscan kale. Then we have bok choy, Napa cabbage, carrots. And this is what we use at work also at Fifth Tavern. So this is
always amazes me because it'll say carrots on there, but there's just a few carrots in there, right?
Yeah,
just so we can put carrots in there.
Right.
Okay, carrots on the description. I mean.
And then if you can hand me that soy ginger or the Asian glaze or Asian dressing.
All right.
And this is just a nice.
Don't forget about this.
Oh, I don't know. See, I'm starting to smoke already. I'll get that real quick.
Okay.
Flip them back over.
Oh, that looks delicious. There we go. Yep.
That's what you're looking for. There is that.
A nice toastiness.
Toastiness, brown, and then I can actually turn that off, and that'll continue cooking just from that point.
Okay.
All right. So
we
this
call
is
that carryover cooking.
Yes. This is a nice Asian dressing that we make at work.
Just, what's in there?
It's a soy sauce, a little bit of ponzu, and a little bit of just oil and sesame oil.
Ponzu is a flavored soy sauce?
It's a Japanese sauce. Yeah, it's kind of like a citrusy soy sauce.
Citrusy soy sauce.
Yes.
That's a good description. And
Yeah.
actually, you can pretty much get it anywhere now. You don't have to go to a Japanese store to get it. Even your local Kroger will carry it, or Plum, or Papa Joe's. They all have ponzu, and it's spelled Ponzu.
All right,
So you're just mixing in the oil. It kind of separates a little bit when you mix it together there.
you can put as much on there or as little on there as you'd like.
Okay.
Depends on your personal preference. We do just a little bit. Toss this up.
That looks great.
And with the whole superfood concept coming out, kale is just one of those kale and quinoa and all that. And we actually have a quinoa kale salad on our menu too.
So by superfood, he means a food that has more nutrients than calories, basically. More, it's really, really good for you. So it's super good for you.
Right. I'm gonna set that right here. I'm gonna take my tuna
That looks
out.
wonderful.
And then when it's done cooking, you just kind of let it rest for a second.
Do you want your presentation plate?
Yes,
yet,
that
or
would be
not?
awesome.
Okay.
Thank you very much. This here. All right.
So would that be a serving for one person, or?
This would be serving as appetizer for two.
Okay.
Our entree, we actually do it that would be one serving,
Okay, but would you slice it to serve it? Or?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay.
which I'm going to do here in a second. I brought my
Okay,
little,
look at this amazing knife. Talk
handy-
about your knife a little bit there.
just a regular sashimi knife. And the key to when you're cutting sushi or cutting anything, a roast or anything, you don't want to saw.
Right.
If you saw it, it's going to have the jagged edges or whatever. So if you ever go to a sushi restaurant and you sit there and you watch them, they have one clean swipe.
Right.
That's the trick.
Okay, and
Being
also
able
a
to
very,
do it.
very sharp knife.
Yes. Yes. So you
Now, are
need
you
to be
going to
careful.
slice straight or on an angle?
Just like that.
Beautiful.
And then
Gorgeous. So this is obviously quite raw, which is the way most people like their tuna.
so I'm just gonna do enough for an appetizer here. Slice this up in a
Okay.
minute and you guys can finish it up.
Another wonderful thing about this is you can make this in front of your guests.
Oh, yes.
If you make this at home. I know I find when people come here, they're always gathered around the island, and so I always leave something so that I can make it in front of them, and they always really like that.
Yes. All right, so for the next step, what we do is I'm actually going to paint the plate. This is a soy ginger glaze. What we did was we took ginger, fresh ginger.
And this is a sauce spoon that he's using.
Very nice sauce spoon. It's ground ginger, fresh ground ginger. Peel it, put it in the food processor, grind it up. Soy sauce, a little bit of
So
sugar.
that's a great idea to put the ginger in the food processor. That always drives me crazy to try to grate it.
Yeah. And so you put it, then you put a
Of
little
course,
bit
you're
of
making
sesame.
more of it than I would be,
we
but
are. We're going through it a lot. So probably about 5-gallon batch at a time. So
wow, okay. So it's a little easier to do it in your food processor
Yes.
with more.
You can also use an immersion blender if you have one
Okay,
too. That works.
I have an immersion blender. I just got finished telling him I have everything.
Yes. This is nice. Then your soy sauce, a little bit of sugar. We're going to put mirin in there.
Like, can you tell me how much?
It depends on the batch. So if you do 2 ounces of fresh ginger, you're going to probably go with a half an ounce of sesame oil. Because a little sesame oil goes a long
Sesame oil is very strong.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And probably about 4 ounces of soy sauce. About 3 ounces or about a half a cup of sugar.
Okay.
Just
Oh,
plain
that's quite
sugar.
a bit.
Yeah. Because you want it to be
Then
kind
do you
of
cook
thick.
this?
You cook it and then thicken it up
To
with
dissolve
cornstarch.
the, okay,
Yeah.
to dissolve the sugar.
Yep,
All right.
dissolve the sugar. But I like to blend it all up first. Cook it, and then
So you're going to cook it maybe 5 minutes to get it
just
thickened
to
up?
bring it up to temperature, add your cornstarch to thicken it, and then you run it through a
Like maybe a
chinois.
tablespoon of cornstarch?
Yes.
Okay.
Run it through a chinois, the china cap, fine mesh.
Chinois is like a sieve that's shaped like this, and it kind of looks like a Chinaman's hat. That's why they call it a chinois.
Right. China cap.
But you could use a regular sieve if you don't have one. It's okay.
Any small thing, as long as it's going to get the particles, because if you notice, like on this one, there's
It's
not.
beautifully smooth. Yeah,
Yeah, you don't
gorgeous.
see the ginger that was in there. You're going
Right.
to get that ginger flavor, but you're not going to get the, picking ginger out of your
Out of your teeth?
Yeah.
Okay.
So then you just
That's
you can use
pretty.
any old design you like.
Okay. I like that one.
All right, so
Very nice.
take your Asian superfood slaw with your dressing.
So is the kale taste, for people who don't like kale, is the kale taste really strong in this, or does the dressing mitigate that a little bit?
Dressing mitigates it a lot.
Okay.
You're going to taste more soy and sesame oil in this than anything else. So you just put it right
See how
there.
you picked that up and made this beautiful little circle out of it?
And then just lay your tuna out.
Oh, that's beautiful. And a little fan. So this is your appetizer portion, or this is your entree portion?
No, this is our appetizer portion.
Oh my good. But for 2 people, you're saying?
Appetizer, this is for 1.
Okay,
Good
that's
for
a hefty appetizer.
It is. We're known for our
Love
larger
it.
portions there.
I guess, right. Okay, we should point that out
We
too.
do.
Yeah, larger
Yeah.
portions.
I get that all the time.
I did experience that when I went there. I mean, I just loved my lunch. I loved the menu, and I loved the ambiance. I loved the restaurant. I said, oh my gosh, this is my new stomping ground.
Good, excellent. Yeah, we like to do the overperform. You know, when you get to like that wow factor of when somebody gets, you know, like our nachos are just huge, and when somebody sits them down from it, oh Lord, wow. You know, and I
So
love
you can go there and take home dinner.
Yeah. And that's the other good thing is I like to have people thinking about us the next day.
Yeah,
And they
well,
see
I
their
still am.
leftovers and like, oh yeah, that was Fifth Tavern. We have to go back there.
Great.
We have to finish this first, though.
Uh-huh.
This is wasabi. It's a nice Japanese horseradish. You can get it fresh, the wasabi root, and grind it. Or you get it in powder form. We do the powder form.
Do you think it's worth it? I mean, I get the powder form too because it's then I can keep it around is the thing. But is fresh wasabi that much better or no? Does it really
It
matter?
just depends on your personal preference. I prefer the powdered because I can make it stronger
Okay.
by making it. By making it, you just add less water.
So watch out for the wasabi if you go there.
Yes. If you want it a little less strong, you can add a little more water, a little less powder. The fresh is good, but like you said, it does have a short shelf life once you start cutting it. You know, once you get into
But
it.
this you could keep.
This you can keep for, once it's in the paste form, you're probably only going to keep it for a few days before it really starts losing its potency. But if you keep it sealed up in dry form.
Okay, I can even smell it.
Yeah.
I might start sneezing here.
And then we just put a nice little chunk of wasabi right there.
Okay.
Pickled ginger.
Do you pickle your own ginger or do you buy that?
I've tried doing that before and it just didn't have the good results.
Okay.
So I leave it to the professionals.
Okay, yeah, everybody has their thing. I mean, that's kind of my philosophy. If I do something that's really different, that I think is worth making and I enjoy making it, then I make it. But if there's something someone else does better, then I buy it. And then it doesn't stress me out to get the whole meal together because I have the best of everything.
Right. Because I tried doing pickled ginger before and I could never get it sliced that thin. It's just nice and thin. Pickled ginger's gonna have that sweet flavor. And you know, people know sushi will refer to the wasabi and the pickled ginger as like training wheels. It's kind of like the lime and the salt for a tequila drinker.
Okay.
So sushi people,
Shake it all up.
yeah, rarely use the pickled ginger, but the pickled ginger is actually supposed to be used as a palate cleanser in between your next sushi course.
Oh, seriously? Okay. I
lot of
love to
people
just
just
put it
pile
all
it
over
on.
everything.
Yeah, it is good.
But that's why I asked for extra, then I can eat some afterward.
Right.
I'll remember that. So ginger granite would be a good
Oh,
palate cleanser too.
very much. Yeah.
So that is a beautiful dish. I really appreciate your showing us how to make it. It is something very simple, shown to you by a real expert. You've been around quite a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm pretty seasoned.
Even though you don't look it.
And my grays disagree, but no, I've been in this business for about 30 years.
Wow.
Yes, I started when I was 14 washing dishes by hand, worked my way up.
Oh, that's great.
Graduate of Florida Culinary Institute. Got my first real restaurant job, Charlie's Crab in Palm Beach. Chuck Muir Restaurants.
Been there.
I worked for Chuck Muir for about 10 years. Got transferred up to Michigan. Went from Chuck Muir.
To Chuck Muir's here?
Yep, up to Chuck Muir's up here. Left the company after about 10 years and went and was one of the opening chefs at McCormick and Schmeck's in Troy.
Oh, great. Another great fish place.
Yep. So seafood's definitely in my blood.
I see. Okay.
A couple other different places. I've done front of the house, back of the house, all that. Heard that they were going to be reopening Joe Muir Seafood. I had the opportunity to interview with them, was accepted, and was the opening chef de cuisine down there.
Great.
And that was a great experience.
Great. And now you're at Fifth Tavern showing us this really fabulous dish, and we really appreciate your coming today. Thanks so much.
No problem. Thank you.
So please go and try out Fifth Tavern. I know you'll have a great experience there. I'm Chef Lynn. Enjoy.
Hi, my name is Jerry Sanchez, bar owner of Fifth Tavern. We're an upscale casual restaurant, offer a great selection of wines along with Michigan craft beers. Also offer a couple banquet facilities for any special events. Also offered all kinds of different specials during the week, along with a Sunday brunch that we do from 10 to 2. Mondays, we do have another special, half off all burgers, appetizers, sandwiches, and we have an outdoor patio. We are very pleased to be around, to be part of the community in Bloomfield Hills.
We just started doing a rocket at Fifth, where you actually cook on a 750-degree lava rock. This will come to your table, as is here. Very healthy cooking. Take a little bit of sea salt, and take your steak, whatever it would be. This here, we have a nice fillet right on there. That's going to cook as it's going out to the dining room. Here, see it sizzling. You're going to take it after it's out in the dining room, flip it over, continue cooking, slice it, do this. Something nice for the guest, whether it's the sizzling fajitas coming to their table, or the rock, or Sunday brunch, something to get the guests involved, make them feel like they're part of the family, part of the process.